Our universe expanded, then went cold and dark. The first atoms of hydrogen are created. As they are dispersing, they start to feel the force of gravity. Slowly, everything is coming together. Gravity creates spiral regions so dense that temperature starts to rise. Huge disks are formed. Temperature in the centers surpass 100 million degrees, and suddenly,
the first stars are born. Primordial stars appear in the billions, and the first light fills the cosmos. From this moment, stars will generate all the raw materials of life.
You've seen the periodic table in chemistry class, but where did these elements actually come from? Scientists used to believe that all elements were simply formed in the beginning of the universe. But about 60 years ago, scientists suggested that actually, the universe was first a sea of hydrogen. When stars were made, elements started to be forged in their centers. Hydrogen became helium, helium became carbon, and then oxygen and nitrogen. The more heat there is in the star, the heavier elements such as iron, magnesium, sulfur, phosphorus, and cobalt are created.
But stars don't last forever. Eventually, nuclear fuel runs out. At the end of this process, the star collapses and then detonates, sometimes causing a supernova. All the gas and material cooked in the star scatters throughout the universe. Out of this, clouds are formed, from where new stars are born, and in their core, new elements are made. This process is infinite, and this is how galaxies, planets, and life as we know it were formed.
La estrella se colapsa por última vez y dependiendo del tamaño de la estrella se forman enanas blancas, estrellas de neutrones, hoyos negros y quién sabe qué más. No sabemos. Todo el gas que se cocinó en el núcleo de la estrella salga disparado hacia afuera.
Based on this, astronomer Carl Sagan developed a theory in the 1980s. After years of observation, research, and scientific conclusions, showing a new perspective on the model of the origin of time and of our creation. He declared that the same atoms that make up the stars had created our solar system. According to him, we were intimately related to the life cycle of stars. The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made of star stuff.
We are made of hydrogen and time. All of the elements that sustain life as we know it were cooked in the course of generations of dying stars. So a more appropriate phrase would be to say that we are made of the remains of stars.
Somos la consecuencia de una estrella que murió.
From a certain perspective, we are all stardust. The stars and we, the world in which we find ourselves and that surrounds us, share a kind of secret, cosmic, irrevocable brotherhood.
The thing is that every atom in your body came from a star that exploded. And the atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than your right hand. It really is the most poetic thing I know about physics. You are all stardust. So forget Jesus. The stars died so that you could be here today. Okay?
So that when I look up at the night sky, and I know that, yes, we are part of this universe, we are in this universe, but perhaps more important than both of those facts is that the universe is in us. And when I reflect on that fact, I look up. Many people feel small because they're small and the universe is big, but I feel big because my atoms came from those stars.